Hi all, good evening and namaskaram to our Let's Talk I Am With You show. So apologies for the delay, we are 10 minutes late. We had certain technical glitches that we had, and that's the only reason that we got delayed. So as you all have seen, we have a well-known speaker with us, who is none other than Advocate Dr. Matthew Kulalnadu. എല്ലാവർക്കും അദ്ദേഹത്തെ കുറിച്ച് അറിയാം, എസ്പെഷ്യലി കേരളത്തിലുള്ളവർക്ക് അറിയാം. To give you a quick introduction, so I know that there are a lot of people across. So Matthew G is online now, so I welcome Matthew G to the show.
Hello, hi.
Yeah, hi sir. So just to give a quick introduction, he has earned his doctorate degree in regional trade agreements from Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi. His interest in the subject also inspired him to teach at the Indian Law Institute, Delhi, for more than a year. As a practicing advocate, Matthew G also had the opportunity to practice in courts and tribunals across the country, dealing with cases in diverse areas of law. He was also an advisor to the Ministry of Environment and Forest, Government of India, as well as to several state governments on matters pertaining to environmental and forest laws. He also has a strong political background where he serves as the State President Kerala for All India Provisional Congress AIPC and was also the former National Secretary Indian Youth Congress. He is presently the General Secretary of KPCC. On behalf of team Let's Talk, I welcome you to the show, sir.
Hello, thank you. Welcome all.
Yes, sir. So, sir, just to give you a quick thing, so we will have the entire session in both English and Malayalam. നമ്മൾ രണ്ടും കൂടി മിക്സ് ചെയ്തിട്ടായിരിക്കും ചെയ്യുന്നത്. So we have viewers across. Naturally നമുക്ക് നല്ല വ്യൂവർഷിപ്പ് ഉണ്ട്. So especially sir, I think you are more known in the Kerala states. So I think നമുക്ക് മലയാളികൾ നമുക്ക് ഇത് ചെയ്യാനും പറ്റത്തില്ല. So I think നമുക്ക് we'll go on continue with the show. So can we know about how you got inspired by politics?
In fact, I was in politics from my school days, to say precisely, because I was elected as a class leader and also later in a school leader. There was no active politics in the school where I studied, but still I have got the inclination. And when I entered my college, or in my college days, I could plunge into very active politics, where the student politics is very active in Kerala. But altogether it took a different turn when I joined my law college. Law college, especially I'm in Trivandrum Law College, is very hyperactive in politics. So I started my active student politics when I was studying my law. And in the long 5 years, was completely active in KSU, the Student Union of Congress, and I got elected to various positions in the college as well as in the university. And thereafter, when after that I joined for my higher studies in JNU, which is, of course, as you all know, is a highly the most political campus in the country itself. So with the same momentum, I continued my political activity at a national level. And thereafter, automatically we got into the mainstream politics. That's how it worked, really, with me.
That's excellent, sir, because I think you have actually given the entire thing in a short nutshell, so that the entire viewers could understand it better, sir. Because ഒരിക്കലും നമ്മൾ എന്താ പറയാ മെയിൻ ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ പറയാൻ നേരത്ത് മലയാളികൾക്ക് സാറിന് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം, and that is the only reason we are interacting with you, especially youngstersനും സാറ് എന്താ പറയാ നമ്മള് മലയാളീകരിച്ച് പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഹരമായിട്ടുണ്ട് ചില സമയത്തൊക്കെ. അപ്പൊ നമ്മളെയൊക്കെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം see, this is the truth. I think the people listening to this also has got a clear intro from you directly itself. Thank you so much, sir. പക്ഷെ അതിനകത്ത് സാർ പറഞ്ഞൊരു പോയിന്റ് എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇൻ ബിറ്റ്വീൻ യു ജോയിൻ ദി ലോ കോളേജ്, സോ അതൊരു ഭയങ്കര ഇൻസ്പിറേഷണൽ പോയിന്റ് ആയിരുന്നു. അത് എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് സാർ ഒരു പ്രൊഫഷനായിട്ട് എടുത്ത് സാർ പഠിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്? Why did you take that up, law as a profession?
See, that was a very, very crucial time, as you all know. Once we complete our +2 or graduate, under graduation, always we will be at crossroads where to move towards. But definitely, my parents or my family is not very
Okay.
inclined to send me for law. But there was I would say that was a natural call in that sense. I had great inclination for this speeches, speaking, and all. So I used to be there for debates in various forums in my student life. So I myself thought that I would be better as a lawyer. So it was I would say that it was my personal call, in fact, which inspired me
Okay.
to join the law. So that I hope it was not. It was a right decision in that way. It was a natural call for me to join for law. That's what I could say.
Okay, I'm sure കുറെ കാര്യത്തിൽ സാറിനെ ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാകാം ആ ലോ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ബീങ് an advocate and being a politician in parallel, it would have definitely helped you in a lot of other ways. I mean, എന്താ പറയാ സാറിന്റെ പാഷനും സാറിന്റെ ഇതെല്ലാം ഒരു പൊളിറ്റീഷ്യൻ ആയിട്ടാണ് സാർ ഇത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അപ്പം ഈ ലോയർ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പ്രൊഫഷൻ സാറിന് എപ്പോഴും ഒരു പ്ലസ് പോയിന്റ് ആയിട്ട് തോന്നിയിട്ടുണ്ടോ?
Of course, I mean, student politics തന്നെ law കോളേജിലായിരുന്നത് ഒരു definitely ഒരു advantage ആണ് in the way because വളരെ active campus, politically active campus ആണ്. Leaders also look up to student leaders who was coming out of law college. So that was also there. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ നമുക്കൊരു പെട്ടെന്നൊരു immediate attention അങ്ങനെ കിട്ടി. പിന്നെ law definitely will give you a good understanding of the social and political makeup of the society, and the issues we deal with as a lawyer or as a law student also have intrinsically connected with politics. So that way it was a really good experience in the student life itself. Being having a law background was an advantage. And also in a later stage, when we enter mainstream politics, we could help a lot of people because of this background and as a lawyer. I could do a lot of pro bono cases, or I could help very needy common men and all. But at this stage, I would say for anyone who would wish to carry both professions, it's really challenging as well. See,
Okay.
usually people say that it's a natural for any lawyer to be politician and also a politician to pursue law. That's a very usual and casual statement made by many. But I would say that to pursue it seriously, definitely that's a challenge because both are highly demanding professions, if you say it that way. Because politics also we need to give good amount of time to address various issues that is coming up in politics. And law, it's really challenging when you take up cases or when you are active into practice. So if you take it in a slightly academic, with an academic this thing, that is something different. But when you are into as a practicing lawyer, definitely there is a challenge also. So it requires a lot of hard work to survive in it.
അതുകൊണ്ടൊരു ആ ചോദ്യം ചോദിച്ചത് ബിക്കോസ് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ സാറ് രണ്ടും എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത് സിങ്ക്രണൈസ്ഡ് ആയിട്ട് കൊണ്ടുപോകുന്നുണ്ട് പലപ്പോഴും. അപ്പൊ അത് എങ്ങനെയാണ് എന്നുള്ളതാണ് നമുക്ക് ബിക്കോസ് ഇറ്റ്സ് നോട്ട് ദാറ്റ് ഈസി. അതേപോലെ നമുക്ക്
ഞാനത് പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ I would say, tell me, you are asking something.
Yes sir. So I think there is a delay. I think networking and there is issue on that. So the point that was actually coming to us, you are involved in a lot of social activities as well. അപ്പോൾ അതൊരു വളരെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടന്റ് ആയിട്ടൊരു ഫാക്ടറാണ് ബിക്കോസ് സാറിന്റെ ലോയർ പ്രൊഫഷൻ നടക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. സർ യു ആസ് എ പൊളിറ്റീഷ്യൻ ഇസ് വെരി വെരി വെൽ നോൺ. ഇപ്പം സാറിന്റെ സ്റ്റേറ്റിൽ തന്നെ നല്ല ചുമതലയുള്ള സ്ഥാനം സാർ ഇത് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. സോ അതിന്റെ ഇടയിൽ കൂടി സാർ വളരെയധികം സോഷ്യൽ ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസ്, അതായത് ജനങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള പല ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസും സാർ പാർട്ടിസിപ്പേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട് പോകുന്നുണ്ട്. സോ ഹൗ ഡു യു മാനേജ് എവറിഥിങ് ടുഗെദർ? mean, family on that. So you need to take care of the entire thing. Even I think you're in Kerala now. You mean wife in the pere paranju. So I mean, like, so we want to understand how do you manage, because I know that there are people managing it, but you are happily managing it. That is what I could understand, because the way you spoke to us, because വളരെ സന്തോഷമായിട്ടാണ് സാറിന്റെ ഫേസ് ഇരുന്നതും സാർ ഞങ്ങളുടെ communicate ചെയ്തതും. So how do you manage all this together, and that too at this point of ഈ ഒരു pandemic time?
Yeah, അതിന് actually ഒരു reason കൂടി ഉണ്ട്. I can be very open with you, because ഞാൻ കോളേജിൽ പഠിക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ, though very active in politics, I was also good in my studies. So generally what happens in our political with our political friends or something, I had heard many saying it was the politics or my KSU which spoiled my profession or my studies. I devoted my whole thing for politics, and I could not make it in this way, that way. So overall, I mean, people used to accuse the organization or the politics or the party for something they lost in their career, or I mean, in their education and all. So I was reasonably sure that I will do better in my studies. So I coined a slogan during my college days when I was a student leader, when I was heading precisely to say, when I was heading the KSU unit committee in Law College. I coined a slogan saying that first be a student and then be a leader. So that I want to convey that, I mean, no one should later say that, I mean, my studies was affected because of KSU or my student politics and all. So you complete your duty as a student, then you devote yourself as a student leader. That only carry value. So that was one slogan which I tried to push through at that point of time. Later, when I moved to my youth politics, like when I was an office bearer in Youth Congress, I still remember very clearly. It was, I think it was a camp, the state camp in Adur, when I was addressing the youth delegates in the state. I pushed another slogan saying that വരുമാനത്തിന് തൊഴിൽ രാഷ്ട്രീയം സേവനം ഇതായിരിക്കണം പുതിയ തലമുറയുടെ മുദ്രാവാക്യം. So work to earn and politics as service. So that should be the new attitude approach of the youngsters. I tried to coin this slogan, and I just discussed it over there. So that was really taken positively by many, but I would also admit that I could not push it beyond a limit. But then I thought, I mean, I will set my own example. You want me to repeat the slogan? Okay. So what I coined was, in Malayalam it says, വരുമാനത്തിന് തൊഴിൽ രാഷ്ട്രീയം സേവനം ഇതാകണം പുതിയ തലമുറയുടെ കാഴ്ചപ്പാട്. So it is work to earn and politics is service. So this is what I try to convey. And later I thought I should set the example in that way. So though is it clear? Is it okay? Is there any delay?
I think there is a bit of delay, sir, but I mean, the voice is perfect. I think only the video has a problem.
Is it okay?
You can continue, sir. Yeah, it's better now.
Anand, is it okay?
Yes, sir. Please continue, sir. We can hear you.
I think.
So we can hear you. You're audible to us.
Okay, I hope it is better. So ഞാൻ ഈ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഈ വരുമാനത്തിന് തൊഴിൽ രാഷ്ട്രീയം സേവനം.
Yeah.
So ഈ വരുമാനത്തിന് തൊഴിൽ രാഷ്ട്രീയം സേവനം എന്ന ഒരു മുദ്രാവാക്യം ഞാൻ മുന്നോട്ട് വെച്ചു. അത് പിന്നെ then I thought, I mean, I should set the example. ഞാൻ യൂത്ത് കോൺഗ്രസിലെ സ്റ്റേറ്റ് ജനറൽ സെക്രട്ടറിയും വൈസ് പ്രസിഡന്റും. Okay. I'm just continuing. Okay. So though I was actively involved in state leadership in Youth Congress, I made it a point not to leave my profession. I actively continued my practice, and later, at a later stage, when I joined JNU for my MPhil and PhD, there also I continued with my practice. I used to go to Supreme Court and various tribunals in Delhi. I always made it a point that I am earned by my profession. So, though that was slightly challenging in a way, being a student at one time you do your research and also be active in politics.
I think we have lost Matthew G. I think there was a couple of connectivity issues, so he should join us back soon. So in fact, entertaining talk, so we could understand how Dr. Matthew or Matthew എങ്ങനെയാണ് പുള്ളി പൊളിറ്റിക്സിലേക്ക് വന്നത് നമ്മൾ കേട്ടു. എങ്ങനെയാണ് പുള്ളി ലോ പഠിച്ചത്, അതായത് ലോ കോളേജിൽ പോയി എങ്ങനെ പുള്ളി രണ്ടും കൂടി കമ്പൈൻ ചെയ്തു, അതായത് ലോ ആസ് എ പ്രൊഫഷൻ ആൻഡ് പൊളിറ്റീഷ്യൻ ഇൻ ഹാർട്ട് പുള്ളി എങ്ങനെ കമ്പൈൻ ചെയ്ത് മുന്നോട്ട് കൊണ്ടുപോയി എന്ന് നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി. അതേപോലെ തന്നെ പുള്ളി അദ്ദേഹം വളരെ നല്ല രീതിയിൽ തന്നെ യങ്സ്റ്റേഴ്സിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു മുദ്രാവാക്യമായി നല്ലൊരു സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെന്റ് ആണ് നമുക്ക് തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. വരുമാനത്തിന് തൊഴിൽ, രാഷ്ട്രീയത്തിന് സേവനം. അതൊരു വളരെ നല്ല ഒരു എന്താ പറയുക ക്യാപ്ഷൻ ആണ്, എല്ലാവർക്കും വേണ്ടത്. ഓൾസോ ഗോട്ട് കമന്റ്സ്. ഐ തിങ്ക് we have already got a comment saying perfectly said, sir. അത്രയും നല്ല സ്ട്രോങ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള most of the youngsters could be watching this. I think വ്യൂവേഴ്സിന്റെ സൈഡിൽ നമുക്ക് അത്യാവശ്യം നല്ല റെസ്പോൺസ് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. So yes, so we have Matthew G joining back. Sir, I think we lost you in between, so I was actually summarizing the kind of conversation that we had, the kind of inputs that you have actually shared. Sir, പറഞ്ഞ പല കാര്യങ്ങളും ഞാൻ ഒന്ന് റീട്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുമായിരുന്നു. Sir, can you hear us? I think we have lost him again. I think there is a serious connectivity issue. I think എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു എല്ലാവരും ഡിപ്പെൻഡൻസി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ ഇവിടുത്തെ ടെലികോം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മൊബൈൽ നെറ്റ്വർക്സിനോടാണ്. അപ്പം എവിടെ എന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രശ്നം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ തന്നെ ബാൻഡ്വിഡ്ത്ത് വേണം വീഡിയോ സ്ട്രീം ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട്. I think he has some problem because earlier also when he came in and then went. So apologies to all the viewers, really our sincere apologies for such an interruption. I think again, yes, he is back again. Matthew ji, ഞങ്ങളെ കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടോ? I mean, can you see us?
I'm extremely sorry. There was some problem with the network or something. So in between.
Correct. So I was telling the same thing because എല്ലാരും ഡിപ്പെൻഡൻസി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ ടെലികോം ഓപ്പറേറ്റേഴ്സും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ സെല്ലുലാർ നെറ്റ്വർക്സും ആണ്. Bandwidth ഇല്ലാണ്ടായി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ automatically disconnect ആവും. But I was actually giving a recap of whatever you have communicated to us or whatever you have interacted with us, especially the phrase that you have actually given to the youth, വരുമാനത്തിന് തൊഴിൽ, രാഷ്ട്രീയം, സേവനം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് അതിനെ ഓൾറെഡി നമുക്ക് കമന്റ്സ് കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. I mean, I think എനിക്കൊന്നൊരു യൂത്ത് തന്നെയാണ് കമന്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. പെർഫെക്റ്റ്ലി സെറ്റ് സർ എന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. So that is actually because youth in ഇടയിൽ തന്നെയുള്ള ഒരു കമന്റ് ഞാനിപ്പോ വായിച്ച സാറിന്.
Yeah, nowadays it is gaining more momentum in that way. So initially when I spoke about this maybe 10 years back, I didn't get that response. But after that, once I had emerged reasonably in the political district, I had become the national secretary, and also I was heading professional congress, wherein which I got opportunity to interact with thousands of youth professionals, and I was continuously urging them to be active in politics as well. So that way I could further push this slogan. So there I got a very, very good response from the youngsters, especially young professionals, where they expressed their interest to be very active in politics as well as when they are continuing their profession. For example, as the president of professional congress, we have people actively involved in the organization, right? Starting from who is a commercial pilot and who is a techie guy in Wipro, and who is in academics and teaching. So from various walks of life, we could inspire people to join this platform, Professional Congress. All of them have very good outlook in politics. They are contributing also equally well. So Shashi Tharoor is the one who is setting at the national level. We work very close with him. So that way, I could push this slogan to a great extent in the last few years. So I'm also getting exciting response from the youngsters. So I would urge
Yeah.
all of you who is watching this video, whoever is a professional or I mean who is working for your own livelihood, also to be active in politics in the coming days. I mean, because as we rightly see, the politics has also undergone tremendous change over the years. Even the way of
True.
communicating the political activity, the sort of thing, and now this as what we are exactly doing right now. The mode of this is also a mode of communication. So it has undergone tremendous change after the social media and all. So you can
Okay.
there was a prevalent thought the politics is a full-time job, and whomever can't commit full-time into politics cannot excel. So that's not the right thing.
Okay.
There are a number of opportunities, platforms now to express yourself, your views, your thoughts, and your commitment. Everything can be demonstrated in a different way. So that way, politics is something which is not meant for the professional. That thought should go, and more people, youngsters should join politics. I mean, I'm not saying Congress as such, but in whatever way
Yeah.
you can be active in
Yeah.
politics. I hope that will help to. I mean, more cleansing in politics, which largely people would like to see.
I think, again, we have a connectivity issue.
Made possible when youngsters who
Okay.
join the
Okay.
politics. That's what I think.
Okay. Excellent, sir. I mean, so that was an interesting insight
Hello,
on,
Anand. Hope
how you are.
you can hear me.
Yes, sir. I mean, can you hear us sir, now?
Anand,
കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടോ സാറിന്?
Anand, is it okay? Could you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you, sir. I think we lost him again. I think I think that there are a couple of network issues again and again coming. I think he's trying to log in. Probably, I think we will push out with the next set of questions, and the main discussion topic for the day is like post COVID or post lockdown. നമ്മുടെ സിറ്റുവേഷൻസ് എന്തായിരിക്കും, നമ്മുടെ നമ്മുടെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ, നമ്മുടെ ഡെയിലി ലിവിങ് എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും. So he's going to give us a lot of insights on that. So he's a right person with us on Let's Talk. So unfortunately, we are losing him multiple times. So to all the viewers out there, I think last week we had Hani Mustafa, I think Chief Editor Flywheel on 1st May. That was again an interesting topic that we had. So he gave us a lot of insights on his passion, his technology, and all that for the automobile industry. Same thing, we wanted to do it this week, especially with a well-known politician, Matthew G. Unfortunately, we couldn't. We're not able to continue in a stretch. So I think Matthew is trying to connect to the screen again. So few of the topics that we would, I think again he came in, we lost him. I think there is some technical glitch happening again and again. I think yes, we have got him back. Matthew ji, can you hear us? we lost his video as well. Matthew ji, can you hear us? Okay, I think he's coming back online. So till then, okay. So I think he should be joining us very soon. I think, as he said, I think there are a lot of network issues that is happening now. Few of the things that we would be discussing today is on the as we said, I mean the current pandemic situation. What is happening in and around our state, in and around the country, in and around the globe. So that is one of the points that we would need to discuss with Dr. Matthew. Then we would also be talking about the post-COVID days or the post-lockdown days, and what will be the challenges that the people people in our country would have, or rather I would tell it as like economic social impacts. Yes, sir. Welcome back. Sir, can you hear us? Sir, കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടോ? Sir, are you able to hear us?
Could you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. I think he keeps coming and going. I think there is a major issue. I think he's at his residence because നമ്മൾ സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ നമ്മൾ 2 ദിവസം മുമ്പാണ് ഡോക്ടർ മാത്യു ജിയായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ സംസാരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പം വിളിക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ പുള്ളി പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു പുള്ളി വീട്ടിലാണ്, കവറേജിന് ഇഷ്യൂസ് ഉണ്ട്, ബട്ട് ഹി വിൽ ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി ട്രൈ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. പക്ഷെ ഇന്നലെ നമുക്ക് കൺഫേം ചെയ്തു. അപ്പൊ തന്നെ ഐ തിങ്ക് വി ഹാവ് ആക്ച്വലി ഫ്ലാഷ് ദി ക്രിയേറ്റീവ്സ്. എല്ലാവരും ലെറ്റ്സ് ടോക്കിന്റെ പേജിൽ കണ്ടു കാണും. ദിസ് ഇസ് വാട്ട് നമ്മുടെ ക്രിയേറ്റീവില് ക്ലിയർ ആയിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ബട്ട് അൺഫോർച്ചുനേറ്റ്ലി ദി ഇഷ്യൂ കീപ്സ് റിപ്പീറ്റിംഗ്. അല്ലായിരുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഐ തിങ്ക് we could have had a great interaction with advocate Dr. Matthew. അതേപോലെ നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് സംസാരിക്കാൻ ഇരുന്ന ഒരു ടോപ്പിക് എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ദി റോൾ ഓഫ് ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ സിസ്റ്റംസ്. ഇറ്റ്സ് വെരി വെരി ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്. അതായത് IT and ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ സിസ്റ്റംസ് എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇനി പോസ്റ്റ് ലോക്ക്ഡൌൺ there are a lot of things that is going to change. ആ ഒരു സമയത്ത് നമുക്ക് എന്തൊക്കെ we want to actually get an insight from Dr. Matthew as a professional, as a politician. So there were a lot of things that we want to actually ask from him. Unfortunately, we lost him. So we will actually wait for him to join back. So what could be done is, like, I'll give you a quick intro about Let's Talk. I'm sure you guys have heard about Let's Talk. നിങ്ങൾ ചിലപ്പം സ്ഥിരമായിട്ട് ഈ 4 PM ഷോ കാണുന്ന ആൾക്കാരായിരിക്കാം. അതിനകത്ത് നമ്മൾ ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ Let's Talk is a platform. It's an open platform wherein Mr. Naveen has started this initiative, a wonderful initiative. It's എന്താ പറയാ, ഒരു 1-man ആർമി എന്ന രീതിയിൽ തുടങ്ങി ഇന്നിപ്പം ഏകദേശം നമുക്ക് 50-60ഓളം ആൾക്കാരുള്ള ഒരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ ആയി മാറിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് ദിസ് ഓൾ ഹാപ്പൻഡ് ഇൻ അബൌട്ട് എന്താ പറയാ ഒരു ലെസ് ദൻ എ മന്ത്സ് ടൈം എന്ന് വേണമെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് പറയാം. I think we've got Dr. Matthew Kuralnadan back. I think the video is yet to come. Okay, I think we lost him again. I think he keeps coming and going. Okay, so it's just that we cannot avoid the technical glitches. So നമ്മൾ ഒരു ഓഫീസിലോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സ്റ്റുഡിയോയിലോ ഇരിക്കുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് we'll have proper backup, we have a camera, we have a UPS, we have proper coverage. ഈവൻ നമ്മൾ ലൈവ് സ്ട്രീം ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ പോലും നമ്മൾ അതിന്റെ ബാക്കപ്പ് പ്ലാൻസും എല്ലാം എടുത്ത് വെച്ചിട്ടാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. This we all are working from home, we all are at home, and we're trying our best to get things connected. So taking you back to the Let's Talk scenario, as I said, I mean, Naveen was the person who actually started off this Let's Talk concept. He started off by himself taking a mobile number and a WhatsApp device. So what happened is, like, slowly under traction Kudi, I think, it's about 50, 60 people that we have across the country. I mean, I would say the major people would be from India, and, we have few from Qatar, we have few from UAE, we have few from Kuwait. I think, officials have actually joined from, I think, US. So there are a lot of things which is happening in the background, and it has been getting really good responses over the last few days or few weeks, because 3-4 weeks ആയിട്ടുള്ള തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടെങ്കിലും വളരെ നല്ല അധികം പ്രോത്സാഹനമാണ് എല്ലാവരുടെയും നിന്നും കിട്ടുന്നത്, irrespective of the ecosystem or the geography. എല്ലാം വളരെ നല്ല റെസ്പോൺസ് കിട്ടി. ആൻഡ് നവീൻ is also very positive about it. So അതേപോലെ ഞങ്ങൾ കുറച്ച് volunteers ഉണ്ട്. So we have been doing multiple shows in this platform. So we have been talking to multiple people, interacting with people. So ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ നമുക്ക് ഹാനി മുസ്തഫ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. We had the singer, we had Nikhil, who's a well-known artist, who was there for us, who was singing for us. In fact, that was one of the longest shows that we had. I think in a 4 p.m. show, I think it normally 30 to 45 minutes നമ്മുടെ live broadcast തീരുന്നതാണ്. This time what happened is, like, it went up to about 1 hour plus. So that was an awesome show. We also had different talk shows on different topics with Harjeet, Charu. Harjeet is a filmmaker. Charu is working for an online e-commerce store. Then we had Anand Charles, who is with the Daily Hunt. We had Suresh, who is an entrepreneur. So there were multiple shows that was happening, and we had Rohit, who is a RJ. So I think, Rohit sound എല്ലാരും കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും, എല്ലാ മലയാളികളും കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. പക്ഷെ we had across. So Harjeet is in Delhi, based out of Delhi. Suresh is in Delhi. Charu is again in Bombay. So we had a mixture of people who were there to support us and be there for us. Now coming back, I think, നമ്മുടെ സ്ക്രോൾ പോകുന്നുണ്ട്. അതിനകത്ത് അടിയിലത്തെ സ്ക്രോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നോക്കിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കാണാൻ പറ്റും. We have a number, dedicated number. So ending with 877. So anybody who needs any kind of support, you should be you can feel free to actually message him or message. So we have a dedicated person who's handling the chats. We have a dedicated person who's handling the voice calls. So any kind of help, anything, please do let us know. I mean, we are there to help you. And our tagline says, "Let's talk, I am with you." So that's very simple. So we ensure that anybody who has a problem, anybody who has a emotional issue, or anybody who has some sort of, if you feel that you are all alone, please reach out to us. We will be there to help you out. So I think Matthew Ji is again trying to join in. So I think, you also have the mail ID which is scrolling down. I am with you at the letstalk.com. I think, Anatham, you can actually write emails. So I'm sure, like, we have viewers across India. So that's the only reason I use both English and Malayalam. Matthew Ji is basically from Kerala, but, fortunately we have viewership across. I think he's trying to log in again and it's not getting connected. I'm just trying to bring him in. So he keeps coming and going. I think, I could see his screen coming and then moving out. I think so. We've got a good comment from Mr. Baburaj Vaikla. Network speed and its relevance should also be discussed. Yes, sir, definitely yes. Network speed should be discussed. So this is something which, as far as I am concerned, like, network speed one very important factor. So what happens here is everybody is overchalked with network speed now, because 1 GB, 1 MB, 1 GB use ചെയ്യുന്ന ആൾക്കാർ ഇപ്പം യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന it's almost 2 GB. I think Matthew Ji, welcome back. I think it's clear now.
Yeah. I'm extremely sorry. I mean, I don't know. There was some problem with the network or something. So So these all are the
Okay.
challenges this time.
Yeah, so in fact, ഇപ്പം ഞാൻ ലാസ്റ്റ് വന്നൊരു കമന്റ് ഞാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ വായിക്കുമായിരുന്നു ഫേസ്ബുക്കിൽ, അതായത് നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് സ്പീഡ് ഷുഡ് ഓൾസോ ബി ഡിസ്കസ്ഡ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു കമന്റ് ഇപ്പൊ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. സോ ഐ വാസ് ആക്ച്വലി ഡിസ്കസിങ് ഓൺ ദാറ്റ് പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ ടോപ്പിക് ബിക്കോസ് നമുക്കതിനകത്ത് ഒരിക്കലും നമ്മുടെ കയ്യിൽ നിൽക്കുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമല്ല ടെക്നോളജി എന്ന് പറയുന്നതും സ്പീഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നതും. It is completely dependent on the mobile operator or the telecom operator.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's come back to our topic. I think so we have heard a lot from you. So നമ്മുടെ main ഇതെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ how do we manage the current pandemic situation? That is one of the important topics that we need to discuss here. So what are the kind of peculiar challenges that we have in the ecosystem? So you hail from Kerala, but you have traveled across. So what are your thoughts on the same? So people are completely restricted in house. I mean, no shopping happening, no leisure activities, no official activities, and especially you being a lawyer, most importantly the court related activities. So what are your thoughts on the same, sir?
Yeah. See, I think this post-COVID challenges are going to be immense. Now we are in a phase wherein which we are battling the virus, or we are battling corona and COVID in one way. But I think the post-COVID challenges are going to be really, really tough for the world in that way, because the economy has taken a huge hit across the world. So I really doubt it's 1930 after the Great Depression. This may lead to a situation of that sort, because I mean economies after economy had been severely affected by this pandemic, and all major economies across the world are already showing signs of Great Depression sort of thing. So the post-COVID challenges will affect every walk of life in that way. But having said that, we also should be optimistic, and we should be prepared to tackle the same. So every aspect of the life is going to change in that way. For example, see, you just asked me how my profession is responding to this. So definitely, I mean, the system will respond to that. Though we are unable to travel to the court, we are unable to meet the clients. Even in this period, I have appeared in a few cases wherein which one was, of course, you may be knowing that the sprinkler matter, which was a great controversy in Kerala, and also in a few public interest litigations which we were forced to file. Due to the various restrictions put in place, where people are unable to cross the borders and all. So the court, the judicial system, or the legal fraternity has responded to the pandemic by evolving a way of e-filing. So that was available with the Delhi High Court, but every other high court in the country has adopted this e-filing and appearances through video conferencing. We would have never thought of such a situation in the country, where lawyers argue without coming to the court, and the case has been filed without the papers reaching the registry. So that we have never thought of. But I mean, when such a challenge was thrown up, then definitely automatically the response was very automatic and inevitable. So that way, I hope, I mean, every system in that way, every walk of life will have to respond to this. This e-commerce is already emerged in a big way in assisting people in this situation, and people are very much dependent on this e-banking services. In the same way, even many of the services will also go online, and people will be largely depending on such services. And the social distancing, the norm of social distancing is going to stay for quite some time. And now what I think, this lockdown, we cannot go for an indefinite period. Of course, now this time has reached where we should, I would say, we should learn to live with COVID, or we should learn to live with this challenge. We cannot shut down the economy for long, So that will create huge other issues. So that way, the system will definitely respond to the situation, and we are going to see a lot of changes. The post-COVID life is going to be a totally different and new one, I think.
Okay. Excellent, sir. So, I mean, just a quick insight, I mean, from you. I mean, how do you see the information systems or IT improving the post-lockdown scenario? So, can you hear us? So, can you hear us? So, can you hear us?
Could you just come again, because we have lost?
Okay. So my, I mean, what I mean, asking you is the role of information systems in improving post-lockdown scenarios. IT അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ ടെക്നോളജി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ സിസ്റ്റംസിന്റെ നമ്മുടെ പോസ്റ്റ് ലോക്ക്ഡൌൺ സിനാരിയോനെ എങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് ഇംപ്രൂവൈസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും? What are the scenarios and what is your thoughts on the same? I think we have lost Matthew G again. Okay, I think there is a lot of network fluctuation that is happening. So to all the viewers, we are our sincere apologies. നമുക്ക് ഒന്നും ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റാത്ത ചില സാഹചര്യങ്ങളാണിത്. നമുക്ക് മാക്സിമം ട്രൈ ചെയ്യാം. I think he's back again. So I think he keeps coming and going. I think okay. I think so. I think we'll just try one more. I mean, once more we'll keep. Okay, I think Matthew G is back again. So welcome back again.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, there is continuous problem with the network.
Yes, sir. I mean, we cannot help it. Yeah. Completely understandable, sir. Because sir already പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു sir വീട്ടിലാണ്. So you have a network issue എന്നൊക്കെ already sir പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. But എങ്കിലും നമുക്ക് വേണ്ടി sir ഓൺലൈൻ വന്നു. Thank you so much for that. So I mean, ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചൊരു അവസാനത്തെ ഒരു ചോദ്യമായിരുന്നു, അതായത് ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ ടെക്നോളജി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ സിസ്റ്റംസ്. So how do you, I mean, as per your thoughts, IT എങ്ങനെ പോസ്റ്റ് ലോക്ക്ഡൌൺ സിനാരിയോനെ എങ്ങനെ ടേക്ക് ഓവർ ചെയ്യും? Sir, കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടോ? Are you able to hear us?
Hello.
Sir, are you able to hear us, sir? I think we have lost him again. So there were a couple of, I think there were a couple of questions also which was coming up from our viewers. So I think we'll conclude it. It's almost 54 minutes that we have started off. So I think he's trying in again. So as I said, like, let's talk. I am with you. It's a wonderful initiative started by Naveen, VM Naveen, and he has been extremly wonderful in driving the entire processes of this Let's Talk organization in the last 3-4 weeks. So thank you so much, Naveen, for inviting me and for organizing this talk show. And thanks to all the viewers who has been listening to this. And thank you, Matthew G, for joining us. Even though there were a couple of issues, couple of network issues, you managed to log in again and again. Thank you for being with us. Thank you so much once again, all the viewers.